This is a Headgum original.
Ready?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
My favorite position is GEO.
This is...
My favorite position is GEO.
Rude.
You're not going to get on the soundboard with that. Is that your intention?
Could be a nice alt.
You want me to... Fine. I'll add both. We'll see which one gets used.
My favorite position is GEO.
That was really good. Have you not heard that one yet?
Me?
Of course we've heard it.
Yeah, you.
Of course we have.
Otherwise, why would we
How
say
am I
it?
supposed to be able to tell?
Well, there's no way. There has to be a better way to do this rather than having the guest right there. Because, by the way, if the host is sitting here, which is not only this show, I think, I can't see her
Definitely
or
only this
talk
show.
to her because it just looks like I'm
Yeah.
looking at you guys.
What
Which,
about
by the way,
a
we
mirror?
have to say, what do you mean a mirror?
Oh, it's a great idea.
You already have a mirror.
mirror.
You want to have a mirror? Plus,
whatever
it'll
whatever
still
you put in
look
front
like...
of it reflects a mirror.
Yeah, that's true.
Whenever
I'm
I
seeing
introduce
Marika in your
myself to
eyes.
somebody at like a
Oh!
loud bar, it's like often like they
Oh,
think
no.
I'm saying I'm
Oh.
ear or a mirror. So like I often get like confused with that idea. It's like a mirror, which
Or
is
like, you know,
completely
mirroring?
Unrelated.
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
mirror.
We're not
like
spending
whatever
enough
the
time
other
on the fact
person
that
says,
Jay just
you
spilled the
kind of
sunshine
reflect it back
LaCroix,
again.
yeah.
Emotions.
I look like I peed
Yeah.
facial
myself.
facial
Sure.
expressions. Yeah.
Marika, you can't see
That
the
shit
stain
really
that
works.
it's left on the chair between his legs.
It's a good way to fucking lock in on
It really looks like I had an accident.
Does
to
it?
be
pissed
sure.
on yourself or you dropped your soda. Or...
Well, I peed first, and then I was like, I gotta hide this, so I
Okay,
dropped the
cover
soda.
it, yeah. Can we talk about the LaCroix flavor? Because I really just do want a clear answer of what it tastes like.
Sunshine LaCroix natural essence, right? And then there's a lot. We're doing everything out of order. I don't know what I'm tasting. I would say it does taste like sunshine.
Tastes like sunshine in a can.
Tastes how LA feels.
That's funny. I think it tastes like sunscreen and lemon.
Oh,
Okay,
that's pretty good.
I'll take that.
Guys, we've got a lot of confusing combinations of people here in the studio. Grace Harper is here from London town.
No.
Foggy London.
Foggy Bath.
No, but closer.
Birmingham.
Yorkshire.
She
No, he
pointed at
was
me when I
Sc-
said Birmingham, so
Yeah.
why would you guess again?
Grantchester.
Fun. No.
Great show.
Wait, where did I stay?
Leicestershire.
Worcestershire.
Leicestershire.
What's Gloucester?
Gloucester.
Cockermouth.
Gloucester?
Gloucester.
I
Gloucestershire.
don't like
Cockermouth.
British culture.
Cockermouth.
Yeah.
I've never been.
We've got Joel Dunoff from Queens
Thank you.
No.
and Amir from Arcadia.
Joel's from Philadelphia.
No, not hometowns. I mean, where they drove in
And
from.
he doesn't live in Queens.
Where do you live?
You've been to my house
Brooklyn.
like in the last 2
Oh,
months.
right, Brookline.
Brooklyn.
Why was Geoff at your house?
We were
Uh-oh.
practicing jazz.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, I wasn't, but they were
Yeah.
for the show.
Joel arrived
right.
with Allie today, and I made a joke about them carpooling, but they actually
They
did
actually
carpool.
carpooled. Yeah, should we talk about that or should we brush
I love
past
that.
it a lot?
I'm curious how that happened.
Why did you text Allie? I guess why do you have the gall?
I first messaged Marty and said, does
Your
anyone...
direct superior.
I messaged Marty and said, does anyone live in WeHo? He said no, but maybe Allie.
Oh,
That's funny.
Turns
That
out
is-
I wasn't even staying in WeHo.
Where were you?
Hollywood.
Where in Hollywood are you right now? It's not. This is not coming out till 2 weeks from now. You'll be gone.
Well, tonight I'm staying in Venice.
Why? You're choosing the worst places in LA.
I saw the canals yesterday. That stuff was amazing.
You went yesterday and you're staying tonight. Why didn't you do it tomorrow morning? You wake up
I
already
went
there.
from LAX to Venice
Bad.
yesterday in Venice
Awful.
morning.
How many, you're hopping
Yesterday
every night.
afternoon to what I thought again was WeHo. Turns out it was Hollywood. Stayed over last night. This morning, Allie picks me up,
Sure.
10:15 prompt.
Okay.
I'm in the office.
Fine.
What do you have against Venice? Isn't it really nice over there?
Yeah,
I don't.
I
Think
loved
is.
it.
I think it's like Silicon Valley, but on the beach. I think the vibes are off. Everything is like that's where the Pudu Pudu thing was before it moved over here.
Mm.
I don't really like over here either.
So where do you like? Oh yeah, canyons and stuff.
I love a canyon.
Yeah.
I like Hollywood. In fact, Venice is pretty cool.
You can't even keep up with your own fucking opinion.
Are you hopping place to place? This is the worst visit I've ever heard of.
My
And then your
college
friends you said got
shout
you
out Micah.
tacos
his
1986.
bachelor. Yeah, we
which
went to tacos 1986
is
for dinner.
flavorless.
Oh,
I'm
this is what
sorry.
I was going to say that was bad about it is that there's a sign for ice cream, soft serve.
Sure.
So we ordered it. And then the guy kind of indicated this little freezer tub where there were like pouches of.
Squeezable soft serve.
Right. And I was like, oh, actually, I don't think we want that to our friends. We were like debating bailing before
Yeah.
we paid for it. And then the guy said something to one of my friends that indicated that he was going to combine the pouch with some kind of machinery and it was going to come out as real soft serve.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, that's fine.
Fine.
We all buy it, and he just handed it to us. There was no machinery. It was just a pouch of soft serve.
Gotcha.
And we
You
had
call
to
that
walk
the
around.
LA soft serve hustle.
And we had to walk around just
That's
like waiting for it to warm up in our like hands. Our hands are freezing.
Yeah, grass.
And then eventually you can like scoop it out of the pouch.
Scoop it
That's
out.
almost.
Like-
It sounds slightly better than ordering like a milkshake at a restaurant and getting a Freel. Do you remember those?
That's what I thought it was going to be. It was worse than a Freel. I was hoping it was going to be a Freel.
What's a Freel?
They have them at Wawa.
They have them, and they also had one at like my college, like store or whatever. And there's one at a gas station near me. But it's just like a machine that
All right.
makes you a milkshake.
It's when
Say
you
where you
combine
went
a
to
pouch
school.
with machinery in it.
Say where you went to college, Marika. I know that's what you're fishing for.
Shout out the University of Chicago's Bart Mart. That's where the Freel.
Sorry, now we're getting into it again. This school has the worst named buildings, institutions, and like sub-specialized schools names.
Egg?
There's the Reg Egg. What was the other library name?
Sackler Library.
Sackler Lounge or
No.
something?
No, it was the Reagan. Well, there's the Regenstein Library, and then the Mansueto is what the Reg Egg is, because it's an egg next.
You don't
to the
remember this
Regenstein.
from like 2 years ago? She was describing.
I don't remember anything from previous to 10 days ago.
Yeah,
What?
Like, I'm just meeting Grace for the first time again.
And Joel.
And Joel. No, Joel I knew because of the March Madness bracket we had.
How'd you do?
I finished third, and Marika finished second. And Lily,
And I
our
finished
newest
fourth.
Lily
employee.
Block, shout out. She doesn't want to be on the show.
Yeah.
That's
I've
fair.
heard.
It's tough.
yeah.
What it's called the Bart Mart?
Yeah, Bart Mart.
Bart Mart. The way yeah. This is awful.
You're right. It is.
All right. We haven't gotten into anything. I guess we could get into our Bond of the Week here. My Bond of the Week is Peter Navarro.
Peter Navarro.
He's an economic advisor to Trump, who's sort of the mastermind / fiend behind these tariffs.
Right.
And I figure it's time for a James E. Cond. Also, I figure he's going to be unemployed soon, so might as well throw the poor guy a bone.
Sure.
Shirt.
Oh, economics.
What do you mean by that? Yes,
elaborate.
No further questions.
It's like, what if James fought with, instead of violence physically, it's economic violence, trade wars in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're losing it really early.
Why don't you go
That's it.
next then, Marika?
You gotta
Smart
stop
aleck.
making fun of my voice, because Joel already said that I sound like Drew.
I wasn't making fun of your voice.
No,
That
stop
was a
making fun of my
new-
voice.
I was making fun of
That
your
was a
accent.
Please.
Paul Krugman, the People's Economist.
That's really funny, actually. Because it's supposed to be a comedy segment, and you choose Paul Krugman.
the People's Economist.
James Bond's not like the people's spy. Why him? It's just in opposition to Navarro.
to see them duel it out at auditions, really get into the nitty gritty.
The screen test is mostly them screaming at each other. The scream test.
Mm.
Anything else?
My bond of the week is Paddington Bear.
Okay.
I'll do it. But be Bond.
Who?
That's worthy of the bomb explosion noise.
I'll be the new James Bond.
Mm.
That's my Bond of the week. Me.
What's your problem with that, Geoff?
No way. So early.
Amir hasn't gone.
I'm so fucking uncomfortable.
And we're back. No, Grace, you'd be great. Amir?
That'd be great.
Have we said like Chris Hardwick or Aziz Ansari or like Chris D'Elia or something?
Canceled comedians?
Oh, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't call him that, but yeah.
I think Aziz isn't
Comedians?
canceled.
Comedians.
I thought he kind of came back.
There we
in a
go.
way that was like
Slide
there's
him
like
right
a
into
lot
a
of
tux.
discourse around that one.
Yeah. Sure.
Imported from China. It's gonna. By the way, a $20 shirt.
Yeah.
That's gonna be $400 now.
How?
What do you mean how? I misread. I misread an email
Right.
on the new offers,
Mhm.
and that's how it was $200. And there's a 100 and something.
What shirt?
What's that?
What shirt?
It was a wet shirt contest. No, let's just move on.
It's time for a James move on.
I'll do that too.
Word of the day.
What we all came here for.
Finally, I know
Flown
you're
in
thinking
from
there.
various places.
Fucking
Hear it
finally. Factoidant. Right? Why don't we?
Yeah.
Can I have a definition, please?
Being
No,
avoidant
before
of
we-
facts.
Before.
Avoid an effect.
No.
like lactose.
Let's just, before we get into our personal definitions of this shit, let's play with it for a
Like
second.
lactose?
yeah.
Like lactose intolerant.
Like you're as like the same way people react if their stomach can't handle dairy.
The enzyme, yeah. That's actually not the definition that I had. It was avoiding
You
fat.
mean like avoiding
Fucking God.
dairy?
The same way you would avoid facts the same way. Did you mute Marika?
I wouldn't even mind.
No.
Oh.
Mm.
I
Um,
didn't.
No,
Just making fun of him.
it's an attachment style
Mm.
where anytime your partner gets too close to you seeking intimacy, you hit him with a fact.
Factoidant.
Correct.
Can you spell it, please?
Factoidant. Factoidant.
Like an Altoid?
No.
Like an antioxidant.
No, like a
Like a
factoid.
factoid.
Can
That's
you
a
give
word.
me an example of a factoid that you've given to your partner
Okay,
in
so
such times?
why don't you? I wanted to kind of
Oh,
do a
role play
scene,
it?
yeah. So
Okay.
you say something or ask me something, trying to get close to me emotionally.
Geoff, when you were conceived, do you think that your mother orgasmed?
Sorry, we have to do another one. That's not a normal question. Now you're the weird one.
I was trying to get close to you emotionally. What more an intimate question could
That's
there
not
be?
close to me. That's close to my parents' intimacy.
Yeah.
It is interesting to think about which one of us were conceived via orgasm and which one sort of.
I would hope
It's kind
all
of being like
us,
who was born breech and who wasn't.
Yes, exactly.
It's the same.
Imagine
who had a
that is an
C-section and
easier
who
thing to
did
get
it.
an answer to.
Yeah.
There's a scar.
You could just ask your mom.
What is this?
And you were supposed to respond with a fact. You're responding very
No, I want
avoidantly.
someone else. I want someone else to say. Joel, you try to get close to me.
In what ways do you feel like you model your father?
Did you know that in 1987, American Airlines saved $40,000 by deciding to remove one olive from their first class salads?
The salad.
That's a good fact. My salad
like that's
didn't
not
come with
real.
olives today, and I was really upset.
Well, you weren't on a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like martinis.
Mm.
If you remove one olive from a martini, there's probably no olive in it. That's unacceptable on a
Then
flight.
that would
First
save them
class? What am I paying for?
$47,000.
If the salad has like 7 olives, what are they gonna care? It's airplane food. They're expecting bad.
It's very like Ship of Theseus.
Joel, did you have food on your airplane?
They actually didn't have food, but I brought a bagel.
Anything on it?
Egg, avocado, cheese. Bought it in the airport, brought it on board.
Joel, this made me think of you.
What does that say?
Can you read it out loud for the audio listeners?
It says, life is better when nobody knows what you are doing.
Well, it actually says what you are doing.
That's true. Life is better when nobody knows what you are doing.
And the account is called Mid-East Culture.
Posted 23 weeks ago. 350K likes.
So
That's a lot.
I just saw that, kind of made me think of you. Because I feel like what the fuck are you up to? Nobody knows.
I honestly do prefer it that way.
I do too, actually. I actually do kind of relate to this. I hate when people try to know what
you are doing.
What I'm are doing. There's no equivalent for I. You are. What I am doing. What I am doing. Grace.
What me doing?
Cut this out.
What am I doing? That's what it is.
I'm
What
going
am I
to
doing?
bleep
It's
everything
Like
I said.
possessive.
Sure. Oh, right. Yeah.
Do you ever actually cut stuff out of the show?
No.
Because if it's really bad, people want to hear it. And if it's good, you want to hear it. It's like, what do you actually cut? If
Stuff in the middle?
anything? Yeah.
I think I'm going to bleep what I said.
Okay.
Don't.
You better not. You fucking better not.
Well, I usually put the assembly edits together. So, like,
Yeah.
if whatever I give her, I think usually it's clear. It's like, I want me saying, Grace, cut that out in. Because it got a laugh.
I see.
No, you don't. Let's hammer the point past home. Basically, what I do is I take the raw files, I sync them, and I put them together in the order that I want. I cut any of the fat, I trim that shit out. What I hand Grace is a seasoned hog. She's the one who spit roasts it glands.
Whole
And
fat.
you should say that recently you left in your full phone number.
It's obviously
in an
hard
episode.
because I want to get like a burner almost,
Yeah.
just in case.
Yeah.
Why don't you just not say your number?
What's that?
Why don't you just not say your number?
I didn't say it. Finn said it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, welcome to Marika's Arnica.
Oh, like Arnica?
Yeah, but for the
No.
purposes of rhyming, let's just call it Arnica.
Like Nicki Minaj.
What's Arnica?
It's
Basically,
like
how?
a homeopathic remedy.
Yeah, I wanted to know how much ointment Marika has.
It's not an ointment, though. It's a pill.
It's a salve.
It's not.
It's a tincture.
I think it comes in a topical form.
It's a tincture.
Grace, can we get a numbers crunch on if Arnica? Sorry, now you got me saying Arnica. Comes in an ointment/topical form, or because that's what the
Do you mean
internet
how
did
much
say.
Ointment do
Oh
I
my
have on my
God.
person right now?
No, how much do you own? Because it is about ownership.
How much do you own?
That's funny.
It's about ownership.
Yeah, no, it comes in a
Well, I
bunch of
could-
topical shit. In fact,
Okay.
I do think it's more a relieving cream than anything else.
Did you want me to Google that?
I did. You didn't
Yeah.
take any action, so I had to take it into my own glands, right? Amir, what are you doing?
I was just responding to some texts.
No way. It's more important than this. Who are you texting?
More important. Everything's more important than this.
What do you mean?
This
People
is
love
the
this
lowest
shit.
priority thing ever.
Who are you texting? And then I'll decide if I'm going to get really angry.
I'm on a group chat called Poker Night because I play online poker with these guys every Sunday. And sometimes the conversation slides into politics, sometimes sports. So this one was about Marjorie Taylor Greene.
And what did
losing
you
money.
text?
I guess somebody said, I guess Marjorie Taylor Greene is losing money today because at the time of recording, it was the day after she bought a lot of stocks when the economy sort of came back. And I guess it's sliding down again. So I replied kind of jokingly, I hope not. Because I like to sort of position myself as an MTG stan in this chat. And that's what you asked.
Can I answer now?
You've reached your limit on talking. Shut the fuck up.
Sorry, that was rude.
I'd say I have
Yeah.
5 ointments.
Sorry?
I have 5 ointments is my guess.
Joel, you read a ton.
I don't know. Not really.
Commercial.
Maybe you don't, but you've read enough to know what it makes a good novel title and what makes a bad novel title.
I agree.
This week I'm pitching Of the Brown Persuasion. It tells the story of a white man named Joel Dunoff, who, in an effort to get ahead in his job search, decides to brown himself to a hash brown in a tanning bed to pass himself off as being from Bangladesh. There are gratuitous references to things from Joel's actual life, so the book, in actuality, will have the opposite effect for Joel's real-life career.
So it's like
all characters are
autofiction.
fictitious and not based on a real person. Any similarities is completely coincidental.
Sounds like autofiction about my life.
No, because I'm going to write it. What do you mean autofiction?
Like
AI?
autoerotic asphyxiation.
No, like it blurs the
Well, that
line.
I am
It
gonna
blurs
do.
the lines between fiction and reality.
No. This is completely fiction. It's just
Auto-neurotic fiction.
But then it kind of ends up impacting my real career. So in that way, it blurs the lines.
yeah, because they'll very subconsciously, several layers deep, be like, Joel Dunoff. I don't like that name. Why do I not like that name? Oh, and they don't remember.
Also,
But they
how
don't
could it
hire
be
you.
that my full name being identical is purely a coincidence?
Because I don't really know you.
Sure.
Really? You'll give me that?
I mean, life is better when nobody knows what you are doing.
That's really good.
And that's what I live by.
That's the foreword. It starts with a quote. Life is better when nobody knows what you are doing.
That's
Joel
why I
Dunoff.
obscure my personality for coding interviews, I guess.
And then Amir, you said auto-neurotic fictitious nation?
Fiction nation.
Is that like a reading club? Where the people are like anxious and they also tie a belt around their neck when they wank?
Yes.
Welcome to New Royce.
Say that again?
Have you guys ever played the short form improv game New Choice?
No.
Probably only Marika.
No.
Never taken an improv class before.
Basically, two people will
Did you tell?
Oh my god.
Is that me and Geoff
Oh
met?
my god. Sorry, I talked. Sorry you asked me to be on this episode.
Yes.
Waving my fryer.
Basically, two people will start a scene, and then at any moment, the rest of the team can shout out New Choice. And the person who just said a line will have to make a completely different choice in the scene, like a completely different sentence, to completely change the scene. But this is not New Choice. This is New Royce, meaning two people will start an organic improv scene, but one of you must play a character named Royce. As the scene goes on, Anya just laughed and pointed at me.
I think she was smiling at either me or Grace. It was a little unclear who.
Well, it wasn't. Yeah. Two people
Probably
will
Grace.
start an organic improv scene, but one of you must play a character named Royce. As the scene goes on, the rest of us can shout out New Royce at any point, at which point the person playing Royce has to be a different Royce.
Can I just tell you a true story?
You may.
I went to see a Bangarang show in 2018 or 19. They were a UCB improv team.
Sure.
And they asked a question of, I can't remember what it was, but I put up my hand to answer it. They called on me and he said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Grace." And he said, "Joyce?" And I said, "Grace." And he said, "Groyce." Before everyone was like, "It's Grace." Yeah, that was good.
That's funny.
That was it.
It's not the game, though.
No, it was just
close.
No, yeah, share. Obviously, speak freely. I'm just like, I want to keep us
But do it
focused
within the
a little.
confines of
Yeah.
New Royce, in a way.
So I'm
yeah.
going to draw on my experience as Groyce.
Why don't you start us off since you want to talk so much?
A scene?
That'd be good too.
Don't you dare talk to Grace like that.
Groyce?
To Groyce? All right, so it'll be Grace and Joel.
Sure.
And Amir, can we get a word?
Edgewise.
Asshole. Edgewise. That's worse than pineapple.
And they have to say that word?
No, they don't have to. It can be inspired. You can A to C.
Okay.
But yeah, one of you has to be Royce.
Okay. Hi, I'm Royce.
This drive
Sorry.
is going to take so long.
Before we start, that was really good. Continue.
I feel like I was in the middle of something that was kind of gold.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Here we go.
Let's see it.
Here we go. Old.
Hey, Royce.
Oh, thank you so much for picking me up.
I'm happy to pick you up. We're got a long trip to Florida ahead.
It's so great that we chose to drive.
Yeah, I was thinking that we would also not play any music the whole time.
That's nice. I like silence.
New Royce.
Well, you got to give her some room to breathe. Continue.
I'm a businessman named Royce, but I'm
How much is your watch worth?
$50,000.
Man, if I could get that kind of money driving this car, I wouldn't leave this car a day in my life.
You're driving me because I'm a wealthy businessman.
I know. Just sick and tired of being the plebeian serving the rich folks.
I know, but isn't it nice that I sat up front with you?
No,
Oh,
I actually like my space. And
I thought I was. It's been so long since I've been among the people that I thought this was the usual thing.
this isn't really being among the people.
New Royce.
I wouldn't. I just wouldn't quite yet because I want to see where this goes before we really change up the Royce.
So New Royce
So this is
or
short
not?
for.
You haven't said anything. You're on my team because you haven't said New Royce. I don't know why you're picking his side. Fine, New
I didn't know there were
Royce.
teams at all. I thought we were all on the same team.
New Royce.
Cowabunga, dude.
New
Thanks.
Royce.
Fuck. Hello, it's me, Royce.
We're on the wrong side of the road. Joyce?
It's Royce.
New Joyce.
Don't look at me. Let's call it there.
That's a scene. That was really
saw-
good. Marika
saw
didn't really
recently-
contribute, but
I was just kind of watching. I saw recently that shout out Rodney's Rice, who makes a bunch of supercuts of episodes. So there's an entire supercut of people saying "Don't look at me" to Geoff,
that's really funny.
and it's like 10 minutes long or something.
I'm familiar with his work because I wanted to do, for March Madness, I wanted to do a bracket of all the Rice songs. And he has put a playlist together of them, and then I couldn't be bothered.
How many
all
Rice
right.
songs?
Kind of how,
How
it
many
always
Rice
goes.
songs do we have at this point?
It's got to be like 20 at this point.
There's honestly like 32.
No.
There's no way it's 32.
Perfect
I
amount for
think-
a bracket.
He's got
For an
like,
album.
there's like 2 playlists worth.
I thought it was like 12. Holy smokes.
No.
There's a lot.
As
All
long
right.
as it's something that can be exponented by 2.
Yeah.
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 It's kind of a crutch that Geoff likes to lean on.
Oh, interesting. I thought every other segment was a crutch and that the Rice songs were like his actual creative juices flowing.
And then let's have Amir and Marika do New Royce.
That's actually a really nice way of looking at it. Sorry, I'll get on mic. That was very nice of me.
Thank you.
Amir and then Marika. Just can we get a word for them, Grace?
Which one of us is Royce?
You get to decide that in the first couple lines.
Okay.
It's almost the dramatic tension of like, well, which one of them is going to be Royce?
Parliament.
These are terrible words, but yeah, Parliament.
Hi. Do you smell cigarettes?
Oh yeah. Think it's coming from the bar over there.
Oh, sorry. I said, do you sell cigarettes?
No, man. I'm just standing outside on the sidewalk waiting for
Oh,
my car.
yeah, me too.
It's Royce.
I'm John. What's your name?
John Royce, then.
Royce.
Holy smokes. My,
Nice, because of the cigarette thing.
I guess I didn't think of it that way. My father's
New
name.
Royce.
Oh my God.
Don't talk to me.
What just happened? You turned into a completely new person. Are you some
I
sort of...
don't know you.
We just
Get away
met.
from me.
My name's
No,
John.
we didn't.
Yeah, you said. Is your name Royce?
My name's Royce.
Exactly. I met you like 3 seconds ago. Remember the cigarettes thing?
New Royce.
Oh my God, it happened again. Don't say
What are you
anything.
talking about?
I'll give me $10,000 if I guess your name correctly.
I'm not gonna do that
Royce.
because I have a really common name.
Royce is common?
Yeah, actually, clearly you knew what it was, so you've obviously met a lot of Royces.
I met 2 Royces before with 2 voices. And they were both standing exactly where you were before you completely transformed into a third different Royce, if you can believe it.
I think something's happening to you, man.
I think something's happening to all of us.
Holy
New
shit.
John. That guy sucks. No, scene. That's we don't need to keep doing it. I think we hit the joke
No,
just
we
fine.
don't. We're good.
You don't tell me how to run my outline. Let's do another
do.
Who
This
was
one's
that?
Marika by herself. A
Oh,
monologue of Royce.
Do you have a Royce song for later?
That's funny.
Thank you.
that's good.
All right, monologue.
What's my word?
Your word is
Treasure.
treasure.
It sucks. I've gathered all of you here today to talk about the treasures of life.
New Royce.
My name's Royce T, and
Your last name is P?
I love treasures. Yeah. Also, you're not in the scene. I'm just talking.
I can ask a question.
We see it's a press conference. Sorry, what do you mean the scene?
Are you okay?
Scene.
Great.
Ending it on
Who was that NBA player?
Royce O'Neal?
Yeah, is that the guy who like wouldn't get on a plane?
Oh, Royce
and
White.
now he's like a MAGA guy.
Yeah.
Wait, what's his last name?
I think White.
Yeah, Royce White.
Likely name for him to have.
Not all Royces.
Welcome
Jingle Royce.
to
What?
Pump the Frakes Beyond Relief. Were you editing the show way back when we did this?
No. But maybe.
This is, believe it or not, a sequel to a segment from episode 172, Yotel.
I was going to say, this
Yeah.
sounds familiar.
You and Marika were on. What's
I
that?
was not on. I didn't even edit that episode.
Okay.
Why not?
He didn't send it to me.
172?
Yeah.
That
So you were editing the
That
show,
sounds
but that
correct.
episode?
And then you talk about you recorded it like day of or something. You're like, you're gonna have time to send this to Grace, and yeah,
So that hog remained unseasoned.
yes, that's a very
No, it was seasoned. It wasn't.
It was
It wasn't
seasoned, but
spit
it wasn't
roasted.
cooked.
spit roasted.
Yeah. It was a raw hog.
It was a raw sow.
I liked raw hog.
Thank you.
Then cut that out. Yeah. This was requested by Headgum Discord user Camille. Camiel. How do you say that name?
Camille.
Camille. It's called Pump the Frakes Beyond Relief, where we listen to mostly rhetorical questions posed by Jonathan Frakes, host of the show Beyond Belief. Only I'm not going to stop asking these questions until the show has had its fill, aka Beyond Relief.
Mm.
We've all heard the expression, clothes make the man. But is it really true?
What do you guys think?
I haven't even heard that expression.
I've heard it.
I've heard it.
Yeah.
Clothes make the man.
But I've also heard the man makes
Yeah.
the clothes is the thing. Like I think the pushback has actually kind of been mainstreamed.
Sure, meaning you don't
I
believe.
haven't
You
heard
don't.
that.
You haven't heard the man makes the clothes?
No.
Huh. Maybe I just am around more motivational people than you.
Maybe I'm just around more
likely.
tailors.
That's true. That is true.
That's true for sure.
Do you have a favorite book as a child?
Do you have
Do you have a
It's
favorite
not
book as a
rhetorical,
child?
right?
I said mostly.
Okay.
Did you have a favorite book as a child?
no.
Why not?
I like the
I
Boxcar
liked a lot of
Children
books.
books.
You made it seem like you were like a Dickensian peasant. We couldn't afford books.
That's not what I said at all. That's not even close. I said
New Royce.
I liked a lot of books.
On to the Frakes.
I was gonna say that, by the way, no matter what you said. It's written in the
Yeah, I
outline.
know. That's how you talk. Regardless of what, Anyway. Next question.
Please.
Man's search for meaning.
May I have some books?
He was going to say that regardless of what you said.
No, that was prompted directly by what you said like 20 minutes ago, though.
Mm.
Okay. Next question.
New question. We didn't get anyone's answers to this.
I
Favorite
Man's
answered.
search for meaning.
Corduroy the bear.
You have a favorite method of falling asleep?
Mine was Boxcar Kids.
I heard
Boxcar Kids.
Thanks.
Boxcar
Do you have
Racer.
a favorite method of falling asleep?
Children, but
I like closing my eyes.
Dottie.
Put your middle finger up. And it stays there. And it stays there.
What the fuck is happening?
I
Answer.
go last night, so
I like to crack my back.
Interesting.
To go to sleep?
Like as I'm getting in bed, I
gift
always do
of
that.
sight. Who can
What's more precious than
Is there
the
anything more precious than the gift of sight?
Oh,
The gift of life.
I would say sex is better,
that's awesome.
For sure.
That's really
but that might be it. Because I got LASIK and it's been a gift.
Why are you wearing glasses?
Because my eyes are
LASIK
really
didn't
red.
work.
And I haven't had sex either.
Every time I've tried, they've said pump the Frakes. And I said, but I'm beyond relief.
You'd rather have sex than vision?
Probably.
Loser.
The hell?
Good luck seeing a movie ever.
I can hear a film. You can't see a sex.
Check out Girls on Porn.
That's cool.
Thank you.
I'm going to add bone creaking sound effects as you're shifting and you.
The sound of a
Um,
can being rustled.
And you don't mean can be Russell.
No.
explain the mystery of music? We might.
Favorite method of falling asleep?
Is there anything more precious than the gift of sight? Who can explain the mystery of music?
Who can explain the mystery of music?
Uh,
Uh,
Paul McCartney?
no. Maybe Donald Fagen.
Donald
Didn't he
Faison?
die?
No. From Steely Dan.
Yeah, who's the other guy from Steely Dan?
Walter Becker.
Did
He's
he die?
dead. He's gone. He's gone.
Did you go to the
I think
Sphere?
anyone.
Did you see the Grateful Dead at the Sphere?
I'm going to.
You haven't seen him.
I did last year and I'm going to this year, but not yet.
And was it like mind blowing, or were you just like, that was I?
It was awesome.
compared to
Sphere?
sex.
No, still not as good.
Because you wouldn't be able to see it if you chose
Yeah,
sex.
that's kind of the whole
It doesn't
thing with
matter.
the sphere, right?
It's not gonna happen. Also, part of the reason why it was great is that the sound in the Sphere is really good.
Mm.
We make our own luck.
Get a home.
Can't hear what that said.
Do we make our own luck?
No.
I kind of a little bit
I think
disagree
it's
with that.
50-50. I think you can.
Nice.
Life's like a
Go
game
ahead,
of
Marika.
Catan.
No, go ahead.
I said nice.
I said fries.
I think you can create your own luck, but I think it's like when you put hard work into motion, luck meets you.
That's the most boring thing ever. And you said it like you were coming up with something interesting.
Will ever be truly safe?
Have you checked?
What was that?
Will you ever be truly safe?
Will you or
No.
can you?
Will you ever be
Only when
truly
you're
safe?
No.
only when you're dead, I think.
And
That's
even then.
that's a profound quote that I read, which was there's nothing to fear in death. It's perfectly safe.
You should see some of the ways they die in Saw.
Right?
I know, but I said it in a way that was like the sentence structure is a little bit more inspirational. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you were like,
Yeah, but the concept was like I had
Check the back sections of newspapers and magazines lately.
What is the secret? Can a home ever be truly safe?
Have you checked the back sections of newspapers and magazines lately?
What is
No.
Why not?
I haven't seen a physical newspaper or magazine in
the
a
secret
while.
of the green thumb?
What's the secret of having a green thumb?
Oh, Joel, you should answer this.
yeah, it's the Ruth Sprout method.
Next question.
Mysteries lie within the frame of a
Frakes.
portrait.
How many dramas have magazines lately?
What is the secret of the green thumb? What mysteries lie within the frame of a portrait?
How many
What? I can't hear what the fuck
What
he's saying.
mysteries lie within the frame of a portrait?
Intent, meaning, hope, desire.
Ambiguous expressions that you can interpret for centuries.
Artist's intention.
I kind of think the Mona Lisa was just kind of tired.
As opposed
Mona
to
Lisa sucks.
Haggard.
Da
Have
Vinci
you
was
seen? Have you been
mid.
to the Mona Lisa?
It's small and thin.
It's small.
But I'm convinced that's
Yeah.
not the original.
where do you think the original is?
Well, I know where it is.
Wow.
Where?
Yeah. It's in the Vatican.
Sure.
Really? Grace cut that out.
I'm not doing anything.
Nuts.
many dramas have taken place in these tight little boxes?
How do you describe
How many dramas have taken place in a telephone booth?
Doctor
No,
Who?
he said these tight little boxes.
Yeah, but just
We all know what he meant.
the visual of it, yeah.
Wait, so what's the question in full?
He said tight little
He said, how many
boxers.
mysteries have taken place in these tight little boxes? And he's at an OBGYN's office.
describe terror? Have you ever noticed
Describe terror.
Can you come up with some of these? Because I can't quite figure out the...
What Jonathan Frakes is
Yeah,
saying.
what is he trying to... He's like posing these kind of pseudo-intellectual prompts, but there's no real answers.
Describe terror.
There's also no pause between them.
Yeah, well, I think that's a supercut. I think he's not actually saying them that quickly.
No one wants to describe terror, not even our U Chicago grad.
I studied math and art, so no, I'm good.
Did you really study math?
Yeah,
Sick.
unfortunately.
Have you ever noticed the curious things one sees discarded by the roadside?
Who knows?
I once
The curious things.
found an Oasis CD by the roadside.
Roadside.
Who knows why certain
Did you
people
take it?
save certain things?
Have you
Did you take it and play it?
I did not.
Rapid fire round.
ever experienced a sleepwhalking episode? Is there a
No.
I've
more
I've
important
experienced
job
it
than
like
that of a
watching
teacher?
it.
Is there a more
No.
annoying
Yes.
sound than the screech of chalk against chalkboard?
Yeah, any of the
Yes.
sounds you play. My favorite position is GEO.
Oh my god.
That was a good one. That was a good read. Remember when we did truly terrible improv scenes a second ago?
Oh yeah. The Royce thing, right?
I actually put a lot of work into the soundboard.
No, you
So
don't.
to say that it's worse than chalk on chalkboard is, I think, unfair to me.
We've all heard.
He's looking for it. Let's hear the pile one where he's hyperventilating.
No.
That's one of my favorites. It's labeled pile choking.
Oh God.
And then
Ken,
Taxes was.
That's a commercial.
there's something I want to do on this show, which is the in the comments on YouTube from the Headgum account where you upload, it comes up with the sign of like auto prompts to reply to comments.
Mhm.
And there was someone that asked, what's the source on the pile choking clip? And one of the auto responses was like, it should be in the soundboard, I think under pile of choking.
yeah.
Pile of Isle of Choking.
Wes Anderson. Geoff, you
Pretty
okay?
close to Woking. That could be an island off of England.
Yeah.
Isle of Man.
Isle of Dogs. Isle of Choking. Wait,
Who's here?
that was actually scary.
Isle of Pile. This is like the Hunger Games.
Holy shit.
It also could be like a baseball game, like make some noise.
Welcome to.
Oh God.
Really should have saved this one for Halloween. Headgumstones.
Huh?
Who?
You know Headstones?
Can't hear you.
You know Headstones?
Describe
Yeah.
terror.
Is a
This
home ever truly safe?
This is Headgumstones.
Why are you starting it
Headstones.
now?
What's that?
An hour into the episode, you're starting it?
Well, only 48 minutes.
This one
And we're
hits
gonna
really
have to-
close to home, actually.
So this is headstones of Headgum employees,
Right.
freelancers included. So here we go. These are just what I thought your guys' tombstones would look like. I guess because I was just daydreaming about all of you guys dying. Here we go. This is Joel's. Joel, do you want to read this out loud for the audio listeners?
It says, Joel Dunoff, if you like when adult men dress like tweenage travel basketball managers, you would have loved Joel. And the part of this that really hurts is where you said manager.
Yeah.
Because to
Travel
suggest that I
basketball
wouldn't have made the
players
team
would be
is just...
What is that? Oh, Anya's mad because it's 12:02. We need 5 more minutes. She's pissed.
I'm pissed.
Why?
You don't
All
respect
right, here we go with Amir's.
Oh, Amir Blumenfeld. Sorry. He either made or enjoyed YouTube shorts. I forget which. 1983 to 2025. That's why you asked what year I was born.
No, I was profiling you to put you into the TTRT.
What's that?
It's the something terrorist something. All right, here we go with Grace.
Oh, is that from just 1989? Just
In this
still alive?
universe, you died as a child.
Oh, God.
An infant, yeah.
Like 12 days old.
40
Is that from Melania's... What do you mean 40? I was born
days.
Wait, what does it
It's
say?
not 40. If
says-
I died in
read it out
1989,
loud,
I
read
was
it out
only
loud.
born on the 18th of December. It says, I don't really care. Do you? Which I believe was from Melania Trump's jacket.
I like Melania Trump now because she's Slovenian, and so is Luka Doncic.
Do you think
God.
that Barron Trump should be in the NBA?
Yes, because of his Slovenian roots, I'm sort of all in on that country at this point.
Here's Marika's.
Marika Brownlee, she died the way she lived, in fear. 1994 to 2025.
That's pretty accurate.
That's haunting.
Plugs. What do you guys have going on? What do you want to point the people towards? Let's start with Amir.
You thought you stuck that landing.
Did you not make yourself one?
No.
Be bad karma.
Really?
Be bad dharma.
Is my whole
And
life's
Greg.
purpose is bad? Amir?
Follow Jake Hurwitz on Substack.
The hell?
He has a
Aw.
Substack. And if enough people subscribe to it, he'll give me $10,000 cash annually as a gift so I don't have to pay taxes at all.
Wow. Joel?
You actually do have to pay taxes on gifts.
Really? Shit. Okay, follow me on Instagram then.
What?
At
You
Amir.
still get like 6,000.
Really? All right.
Joel?
Yeah.
Meatball Rollout. Follow them on Instagram. Live comedy show, Hollywood, April 26th, I want to say. My friend's house. Last show, Tim Dillon rolled up. You never know who'll be there. Please go or follow me on Instagram, but as always, it's private and it'll be a case-by-case basis for acceptance.
9s only.
10s?
No go.
What? Grace?
I'm good.
Oh my God!
I don't really care. Do you?
That's funny.
That was a Headgum original.